Wow, that's it. So today we're going to talk about parenting, our children's health, and earning income. Wow, that's a big topic. That's
Mm,
everybody. We are parenting our children. We are parents, and our children, they are our priority. Their health is very important, and also earning income. Don't forget that this topic is narrowed down to let you know that as a parent that you can be involved in this opportunity. You can take up this opportunity and now turn things around for yourself. So, first of
yes.
all, who are parents? Parents are anybody who has a child they are taking care of. It don't matter how the child comes, and we don't want to delve into it. We are not professionals or experts, but the thing is that there is a child under your custody. And just like everybody, every adult wants a wonderful health lifestyle, children too, they want it. So today we're going to talk about our children's health, physical health. So, Mentahana, what's the relationship between we as parents and our children's health coupled with earning income? How do we balance it?
Yeah, first of all, there is in the beginning when you have children, of course, you are not expecting any, you know, health issues, if I may say so. But then when it happened, you face fear, you face anxiety, you face a lot of things, worries, and then of course you face the society and everything, bills, medical bills, visit to the doctors, and all these things sometimes also can hinder the work-life balance because most of the time, if you have a child that is unhealthy, you have to miss work, and of course, you don't want to find yourself in a situation um, to be, laid left home by your workplace. But the truth be told is that we live in a imperfect world where things can happen, unexpected things can happen. So those things are not things we can control. So I do understand the importance of earning. The thing is, the 9 to 5 is quite limited in that sense. Um, is limited in the choices, is limited. You cannot have the choice to stay long enough with your children if they are sick. Even yourself, if you are sick, you cannot afford to pass like maybe 3 weeks, or 4 weeks being sick. So, or even your parents, if you have parents close by, or you have parents abroad that are sick, that you have to travel, you are limited because you cannot travel and go for a long period of time without working. So those are the things that affect many people. And at the end of the day, I think that it's very hard to be able to cope with work, physical job, with the 9 to 5, um, or having to work several jobs and then being able to take care of your unhealthy child. So those are things that are quite difficult, that are quite that happen quite a lot. It's not just when you have a certain like symptom, that sometimes kids can be born with certain diseases, with
Mm.
certain unhealthy or malformation. But even a simple flu, I have 5 kids, and since I had, if I may say, from 2 to 3 children, already we found ourselves in a house that if someone once gets sick, then the other one will follow. Then the other one
Yeah.
will. That's how it is. So
That's true.
this is like maybe simple flu, simple cold, cough, when the weather changes every year almost, there is something that happens. So it's not just about COVID or no, it's just like normal flu and whatsoever. And you find yourself in a situation whereby you have to be there with them, especially when they are under 12, like in the western world, that you cannot leave a child alone under 12 years old, for example. So you have to be there.
Yeah.
Imagine if your child go to kindy, especially at kindy. My goodness, like at kindy, they can call you so many times because
Yeah.
kids get easily infected. If someone in the kindy has been sick, so it's gonna affect the other kids inevitably.
That's
So
true.
when they are at kindy, they always call you, you have to come and pick your child. You have to leave job. You have to go and pick your child. So all these things are unexpected things, but these things happen. It's inevitable. So this is what we realize as parents, that the 9 to 5 limits you to be able to care for your children, both in the for the being there present in the life, and then secondly, especially when there are health issues involved. So it's quite a dilemma for parents.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. I want, for those who are watching us or for those who are going to join the replay, I want them to understand what we're saying. What we are saying, in essence, is that these children never asked us to bring them into this world. That's number one, well established. They have come to be a blessing. And
Yes.
we owe them everything to be a blessing to them too, because they made us mothers. They bring joy to our world.
Hmm.
They do things that you will never believe they can do. You see them grow from every stage, from crawling to walking, from walking to running, from running till talking, and until they become big boys and big girls. And when you say something, they'll be like, Mom, don't say that. I'm a big boy." And you remember the very first day you carry them on your hand, right? And also, not just that we owe them a blessing, we owe them everything that will make them stand to face life generally, equipping them for this wonderful world we're in. And how do we do it? We want these children to go to school. We want them to compete favorably with their mates at the marketplace.
Yes.
And because everything is bought with money, everything is established in life with money. Mental health, I've never seen anybody going to Walmart to buy something and you carry a gallon of water in exchange for the things you will buy. It's not possible. Is it that if you don't have a physical cash, you swipe the card? I
Yes.
remember some years ago, my son said to me, my big son, he said to me, um, Mom, when we got to the mall, I think that was a Walmart. We bought something and he said he wanted something. I told him I don't have money. He said, "You
Yeah.
don't have money, but you have all of this card in your purse."
Yeah.
And I'm like, "All of the card in my purse?" He said, "Yes." He said, "Swipe the card." And the truth is that I laughed all through that day, swipe the card. And I'm like, okay, now he knows that the card can be swiped. So what but dear mom and dad, what we're trying to say is nobody swipes an empty card. The card you swipe is the one you're sure that there is money in it.
Mm.
And this money is gotten from either 9 to 5, a business, or something you're doing. But 9 to 5 will give you that money. Don't get me wrong. But it's just for bills. It limits you. There's several limitations to your 9 to 5, especially when it has to do with our children. Remember, we said our children's health. For example, I remember when there was a time my son was diagnosed of sleep apnea. I mean, they, the doctor was guessing, oh, is this sleep apnea? Is it this? And he was like, okay, that they were going to take him through that therapy. I've forgotten the name of the therapy, but they put also how I wish I remembered I would have put the picture here. Just I know some people will resonate with it and understand what I'm explaining. So they put all of those gadgets on him because if he sleeps at night, at a certain time, the doctor says he stops breathing. And we
Mm-hmm.
notice that he foams in his mouth. And because, our parents, everybody wants the child to be healthy. And this thing has happened. And the doctor, what brings me here is that the doctor now set a date for us to come in for that examination. And lo and behold, the day they set, the very first appointment wasn't comfortable for me. It wasn't convenient. But the second day was on a Saturday. So I had to do it on a Saturday. And on Sunday, we came back Sunday morning. But think about it that it was done on a weekday.
Mm.
I didn't have that time.
No.
And also, I didn't know how to call out. I know people tell you, oh, family is priority. But the truth is that does your employer understand that your family is your priority? Your employer don't understand it. That's why you're still a little bit scared to say, my child is sick. I have to take care of my child.
Yes.
Rather, you're going to say, oh, I'm taking my child to the hospital. Once I'm done, I'm going to come to work. Right? Because you're
Mm.
scared of losing that steady income that comes in. But with this opportunity, you don't have to be scared of losing that steady income. You will stand boldly to face any challenges that come, especially we cannot predict. Mental Hannah, I know you're a mom of 5. I'm a mom of 4. Nobody predicts when these kids are sick. Nobody.
Yes.
You can't predict it. It's one time in the morning they say, hi, mommy. Good morning. They go to school and it is 10, 11 a.m. The school not start calling you. You're shocked. You get a call from the school and they'll be like, oh, we just want to let you know that your child is this. If you can come in and pick up the child and head to the hospital. Or sometimes they call you and tell you that they had to call the ambulance to take your child to the hospital. So you have to meet them up at the hospital. But this is a child that said hi to you in the morning.
Mm.
And all we're saying is, as a parent, your 9 to 5 has not allowed you to be in the life of your children. But what are you planning when it comes to emergencies, especially with our children's health? We are here to encourage you to look a little bit away from your 9 to 5. Look at something because that's what you have to do. You have to start a side hustle since
Mm-hmm.
it's income you want. You
You
have
want to
to,
build several opportunities of income, not
yeah,
just one income. But the thing is, what we are saying is to be able to have another source of income, having to have a second or third jobs is a slow killing
yes,
because you, physically speaking, you can just do, what you can do with your body. So if you have your 9 to 5 can also help you to invest, to be able to have another opportunity so
yeah,
that you can have another source of income that maybe in the future when you feel like, okay, I don't want to continue the 9 to 5, you can afford to quit,
yeah,
isn't it? So that's the thing. So what we are saying here is really to start to take care of yourself, start to live a long-term, vision for yourself and your family,
Yeah.
and then look at this opportunity, because this is an online business. It's a
Yeah.
flexible business. It's a business that you can decide for yourself when and how to work with it, and then be able to build up little by little until you find yourself in a situation that, okay, I'm now in control. And if you want to ditch your 9 to 5, that's all right. You can do it with this business.
That's
If you
true.
still want to stay or reduce your 9 to 5, you at least you are in control. You have a choice.
Yeah, you have a choice. Because now I see parents, we don't have a choice.
Mm-mm.
Some parents don't have a choice. That's why they can't even beat their chest. They are panicking. You see some parents will be like, "Oh my God, I pray this my child don't get sick. Oh, I pray they're not calling me that my child is sick. Oh, I can't live well." You are panicking. Even as a parent, your own health is in jeopardy
Yeah.
because you're constantly living in anxiety. You're constantly thinking, okay, hope they're not gonna call me for something. Hope my child don't suddenly wake up in the morning sick that I have to call out. Oh my God, they could fire me
Hmm.
because these employers don't care. It's a capitalist system. What do you expect? They've
Mm.
invested so much in these their businesses or their offices, and all their aim is to get back the money. And when you
Yes.
suddenly come and say, "Okay, now my son don't feel good," you call out. "Oh, my daughter don't feel good," you call out. The third one, they're gonna tell you, "You know what? We don't need you," which is not how life should be. And I want to drop this analysis, Mentor Hannah. I know why the parents look for 2 jobs, 3 jobs is to increase income, right? It
Yes.
is. But look at it this way. You're a parent, you go somewhere and work. Let's say like I'm hypothetically, I'm gonna say you make 1,000 in one job and you make five from because that one job is of course 2 jobs. One is gonna be full time, the other one is gonna be part time, right?
Yeah.
Now,
Casual.
because you're a human being, you still have to sleep.
Yes.
Now you make, let's say you make 1,000 in the main job and you make 500 in the other job. And the 1,000 you make, you're taxed. Let's say you go home with at $850, right? The
Mm-hmm.
$500 you go home with about 400, let's say $430. Now
Mm-hmm.
put these two together, you're talking about 1,200 and something or 1,003, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, it is the more you work, the more tax you pay. And if
Yes.
you get 1,300 every week and you have 4 weeks, you have made in 2 weeks you have made 2,600. That's 2,000. For those who are joining us and they don't understand, this is the way we say where we're coming from. 2,600 means 2,600, right? Now you
Mm-hmm.
make 2,600 in 2 weeks, and in 1 month that person is going to make about 5,200, right? You make 5,200 and pay your rent, pay your car loan, pay your everything or anything that you can afford.
Mm-hmm.
But there is something that is not right here.
Mm-hmm.
The time you spend to do the first job, kids are in school, right?
Mm-hmm.
By the time you spend to do the second job, the kids are back from school, and yet you're not around the house. Now, the kids, is very important what our children eat because food is medicine, right? Food is medicine. So now, as a parent, if you cannot feed your kids, stay around, make sure that you take care of them, something will go wrong.
Ah,
So,
even the proper feeding, really, Sister Gladys, the proper feeding, because at a certain point in my house, I don't know if because they were seeing other of their friends, they wanted to have ketchup on rice. I say, what
oh
is
my
this?
God.
No, no ketchup on rice. I'm sorry. Oh, no, 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 no. So they started little by little. Oh, I don't like this. I don't like that because I was not present. And feeding the kids properly, it is actually very important.
Yes.
I think kids are skipping breakfast. This has
Yeah.
been for me like an open eye, whereby it's important how the brain will function.
In
This
school
kind
of
of
7 hours. And I'm not trying to say that school lunch is not good, but I mean that breakfast the kids take from home, they eat before they go to school, has a lot it does to their brain, like you said, you know. So, but the thing is, if we start analyzing our kids' health, parents, what we should do, we're not gonna get off here. We are only here to put out these things to you as a parent, right, Metohana? But what we're saying is we're here to offer that opportunity that will turn things around. And that opportunity is for you to go to one of us, our website, register your name and a working email address. Very importantly, because we are people who made up our minds that one stream of income is not okay. We are people who made up our minds and took action saying that, listen, we have to start something. I'll put a name on it so that we don't miss our kids' milestone, whether in school or at home, so that we can take care of our children and instill that discipline the way we want it, so that we can, enjoy life, grow with our children, and not be left out. When your children tell stories of what happened, you don't know exactly what's going on. Every story they tell you becomes like a big news to you. When did it happen? When did it happen? No, it's now for you to be involved, taking control of your life, taking control of your finances. That's what we're here. Listen, guys, we have taken control of our finances. As soon as we found this opportunity and took action, and now we're mentors. Listen, you hear me calling Mentor Hannah. I'm a mentor, and we have done this business for quite a while. This August makes me 20 more. Oh, besides, happy new month, right? This August is going to be 20 months. And Mentor Hannah has been here more than a year. So if we're telling you all of this, it means we have an experience. We have an experience of what's going on, and we made a choice because we're solution minded. Mental health, I know one thing: people complain without solution. That's why the challenges never goes away. That's
yes,
why that's why people never take the solutions that are presented before them. That's why opportunities come and go by, because people complain and yet they don't want to take the solution. But I believe that what the things the the points that we've made to our parents, letting them know how important it is for us to start taking charge of our lives, while we take charge of our finances and be in the life of our children, that they are now willing to take this step in order for them to not just change things, in order for for their children to thank them tomorrow,
yes,
right?
yes,
So, Metohana, you want to tell our parents? Well, I feel this is a topic that parents they know already, but I just feel like it's something that people need to hear and hear and hear,
mm,
because the disadvantage of us losing our children is more. The pain, the regret in the future is much more than
yes,
whatsoever money you have made during that period.
mm,
I mean, you could be one who make a year $100,000, but how is the life of your children? Because remember, you put in a lot of time to get that $100,000 a year, right? But something is suffering. The regret and the pain of not being in the life of our children tomorrow is too much. Too much to bear. Too much to bear. I have one of my friends. I don't want to call her name. I have one of my friends. She said something that her mother is an RN nurse. That her mother worked so hard. She's doing a night shift. Anybody calls out, and that's how she has two brothers. She said it to me. She said, Gladys, that's how my brother started smoking. And one of my brother had to go to jail. And the other one smoked so much that he developed a mental issue. She said, me myself was not left up because I knew my mom was going out at night, going to work. So I had time to stage all my meetings and all my outings and all my clubbings. So she said to me, when I remember what work, the job did to our house, I don't want to work 9 to 5 for too long. I don't want to do that. And I told her, yes, that's the spirit. That is the spirit. That's what you need to do. She said, I don't want to replicate what happened in our house because I'm not proud of it today. So this is what I talk about, the pain, the regret is a lot.
Indeed.
So, Mental Hannah, take it out. Today, we don't
Yes.
want to take our time because we know that, this is a topic for our parents to think alongside as they listen.
Yes.
Be sober, quieten down and process their lives and
Mm,
process how far they have come and
mm,
process what the next step is. Because, back to school. Some people have started going to school, some people are about to start, but we
mm-hmm.
need a proper planning. We need a
Yes.
proper planning. And apart from proper planning, we need to make the right decision. And if
Yes.
we've made a first decision, we can change it by
Mm,
looking into this opportunity that will grant you that work-life balance and flexibility of time and still allow you earn much more than well, Metohan, I want to ask this question. You working two jobs and getting 5,600 or 5,200, that's 5,200 a month, and you working one job online, being in the life of your children and making $52,000. Which one would you choose?
the latter one, the second one, because I've worked several jobs, and I've realized that the while I was studying, working, and then I find myself like working even two jobs. I started developing health issues.
Wow.
I started really, I was even trying to go to the gym because I thought I needed maybe to take care of myself physically. But I was actually putting a lot of stress and I was not aware of it
Yeah.
until your body just break down. Your
Wow.
body inevitably break down.
Wow.
You start to feel blah, you are not in control. You start to feel as if you don't have the energy, you don't have the capacity to be there for your family.
Yes.
You understand? So that's
Yeah.
where this is already an alarm. Your body is talking to you right now. So
Yeah.
for me, when I discovered this opportunity, which of course since COVID, I started chasing, online opportunity. I've had already some experiences in the past. That's why when I came across this one, I was astonished. I was surprised. I was shocked of how well it was made. You,
Yeah.
you understand?
Excellent
So I
package.
was like, this is not like everything else that I've done before.
That's
And I
true.
was like, this is wonderful. And I was very much happy about the legacy, especially the legacy, because the truth be told, in the diaspora, we we found ourselves like we cannot have the, if I may say, the pension, the retirement, the money for the retirement. I've moved across, I've traveled. So if I think and focus and just spend time on the 9 to 5, I won't have enough for my retirement.
That's true.
My life is not just for the retirement. My life, as especially as a believer, is to build wealth and to be able to leave inheritance to our children. So what kind
Yeah.
of inheritance I can leave to these kids? If I started working late, for example, I didn't start working when I was 14, 16, 18, or whatsoever. When I start having my kids, I was at home until I went back to school. So what how much will I have with the retirement? And I have my mom in Europe. My mom, she is working until now. She's 70.
Wow.
70. Why is she working until now? Because she cannot have a full pension. So she's trying to work the until maybe next year to enable her to have full pension. If she
Wow.
don't have full pension, is 400 euros.
Wow.
How
This
can you how
is,
can you pay the rent? How can you pay? And for me, I was shocked, and then I realized that no, my life is not just mine. I have to take care of her. How can she be 70 and I'm unable to take care of my mom? She's not supposed to be working at that age.
yes. Yeah.
So
That's actually an age of enjoying your labor,
yes,
right?
yes,
It's
yes,
it's an age of relaxation. But because of
yes,
the system where we find ourselves as parents, you just want to have a level of security. That's what she's trying to do. But here in this opportunity, business
yes.
opportunity, it, there's a lot of security in it. The retirement and this business opportunity is massive. You don't have to cut down your lifestyle. Mental health, I know some people they retire, and once they retire, you see they start cutting down and cutting back on lifestyle, and it's
Mm,
quite painful. It's quite discomforting, and you feel like, okay, now I have to cut down. I look at all the prices of everything when I go to ShopRite, Walmart, or any of these grocery stores. I have to actually make sure that I'm not buying above my budget. So,
mm,
is that the best way to live? No,
mm,
that's not the best way to live. That's why I asked that question. Which do we prefer? The 5,200, 5,200 a month, doing two jobs, stressing out, and 52,000 a month. So the choice is yours. Anybody to everybody. We will not choose for them, right?
no.
Metahana, you already made your choice. I made my choice. But it's
Mm,
left for our parents to make their choice. But we are just saying, out of encouragement, we're encouraging you to make this choice. Check this choice that we've made that has given us so much boldness that we have to come up to your screen and say it to you. Because you know what? Until something works so much and one's heart is filled with excitement, testimonies don't come. So our testimonies today tells you a whole lot that a lot of good things are happening in our lives, in our business community, and we're
mm,
not taking it for granted. That's why we're stepping up to encourage other parents. Come on. Check out this opportunity. Try and come in, step out of your comfort zone. Quit telling yourself, will it work? Quit being fearful, quit being doubtful, and quit procrastinating. The longer you take to salvage your situation, the longer it takes you to accomplish things in the life of your children. And listen, time is ticking.
mm,
The English people say time and tide waits for nobody, right?
mm.
So it waits for nobody. It's ticking. Bim, bim, bim. It's ticking. But
For
what's
everyone.
important is you taking action. And that's what we want you to do.
Mm,
Having said all of this, I know that it takes a longer time to do something. Change is not easy, but the change, when you take that step towards it, take action, you will enjoy it. And that's why I want Mentor Hannah to put this change on the table. And this great change is that you're suddenly hearing English language and you're gonna hear a change in French. So, Mentor Hannah, take it over.
Oh là là. Donc, nous avons eu un meeting ici qui était super et nous avons parlé des choses qui se passent dans la vie des parents, qui est celui de la maladie de nos enfants et de la nôtre aussi. Des choses que on ne s'attend pas. Beaucoup d'entre nous, quand nous devenons parents, nos enfants peuvent développer des maladies, que ce soit des maladies depuis qu'ils sont nés ou que ce soit des maladies dans le futur quand ils grandissent ou que ce soit quand on les laisse au jardin d'enfants, ils ont tendance à être malades et souvent en tant que parents, nous développons la peur, nous développons la peur de perdre le boulot parce qu'on ne veut pas non plus perdre le boulot, mais on est obligé d'être présent dans leur vie, surtout quand ils sont malades. Alors, nous avons parlé un peu de cela aujourd'hui et de se rendre compte de combien nous sommes limités avec le boulot que nous faisons. Nous n'avons pas beaucoup de choix. Alors, nous sommes dans une situation où nous avons une opportunité qui nous permet de pouvoir avoir plus de temps avec nos enfants, qui nous permet d'avoir un choix dans la vie et de pouvoir aussi avoir de l'argent qui rentre, qui peuvent nous aider à prendre soin, que ce soit de nos enfants, de notre famille et de nous-mêmes. Alors, nous vous appelons à regarder cette opportunité parce que c'est une opportunité merveilleuse qui nous permet de créer et un héritage pour nos enfants et notre famille. Que Dieu vous bénisse. Merci.
Merci. So, guys, we've spoken enough, and we know that nothing happens if you don't take action. So, take action so that things will start happening just the way it is happening in our lives. And
Mm.
stay blessed. And do not forget to show up tomorrow with us. And while you show up, comment, ask us questions because we know you have a lot of questions and it will be good for you to ask us questions and you will have an already answer. Or put the questions in the while you watch the replay, we will answer you that question and hold you by the hand and walk you through this opportunity so that you can achieve your desired result. So,
Indeed.
see you tomorrow, same time,
See you.
same place. God bless you. Bye bye.
Bye.